Greetings from Exam Heist. We have identified important exam questions. Practice these important questions 2-3 times to get 100% success in exam. Subscribe and comment, share PDF in the below comment section to get PDF of these 40 important questions. If you want to access full dump, please visit www.examheist.com. We have 24/7 support available for your doubts and exam queries.
Question 1. Which functions of an SDN architecture require southbound APIs to enable communication? Option A. SDN controller and the network elements. Option B. Management console in the SDN controller. Option C. Management console in the cloud. Option D. SDN controller and the cloud. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A, SDN controller and the network elements. Question 2. Which two request methods of REST API are valid on the Cisco ASA platform? Choose 2. Option A. Put. Option B. Options. Option C. Get. Option D. Push. Option A. Connect. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A, put. Option C, get. Question 3. The main function of northbound APIs in the SDN architecture is to enable communication between which two areas of a network? Option A. SDN controller and the cloud. Option B. Management console in the SDN controller. Option C. Management console in the cloud. Option D. SDN controller and the management solution. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D, SDN controller and the management solution. Question 4. What is a feature of the open platform capabilities of Cisco DNA Center? Option A. Application adapters. Option B. Domain integration. Option C. Intent-based APIs. Option D. Automation adapters. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C, intent-based APIs. Question 5. Refer to the exhibit. What does the API do when connected to a Cisco security appliance? Option A. Create an SNMP pull mechanism for managing AMP. Option B. Gather network telemetry information from AMP for endpoints. Option C. Get the process and PID information from the computers in the network. Option D. Gather the network interface information about the computer's AMPCs. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option D. Gather the network interface information about the computer's AMPCs. Question 6. Which form of attack is launched using botnets? Option A. TCP flood. Option B. DDoS. Option C. DOS. Option D. Virus. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option B, DDoS. Question 7. In which form of attack is alternate encoding, such as hexadecimal representation, most often observed? Option A. Smurf. Option B. Distributed denial of service. Option C. Cross-site scripting. Option D. Rootkit exploit. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option C, cross-site scripting. Question 8. Which flaw does an attacker leverage when exploiting SQL injection vulnerabilities? Option A. User input validation in a web page or web application. Option B. Linux and Windows operating systems. Option C. Database. Option D. Web page images. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is Option A, user input validation in a web page or web application. Question 9. What is the difference between deceptive phishing and spear phishing? Option A. Deceptive phishing is an attack aimed at a specific user in the organization who holds a C-level role. Option B. A spear phishing campaign is aimed at a specific person versus a group of people. Option C. Spear phishing is when the attack is aimed at the C-level executives of an organization. Option D. Deceptive phishing hijacks and manipulates the DNS server of the victim and redirects the user to a false web page. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. A spear phishing campaign is aimed at a specific person versus a group of people. Question 10. Which two behavioral patterns characterize a ping of death attack? Choose 2. Option A. The attack is fragmented into groups of 16 octets before transmission. Option B. The attack is fragmented into groups of 8 octets before transmission. Option C. Short synchronized bursts of traffic are used to disrupt TCP connections. Option D. Malformed packets are used to crash systems. Option A. Publicly accessible DNS servers are typically used to execute the attack. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. The attack is fragmented into groups of 8 octets before transmission. Option D. Malformed packets are used to crash systems. Question 11. Which two mechanisms are used to control phishing attacks? Choose 2. Option A. Enable browser alerts for fraudulent websites. Option B. Define security group memberships. Option C. Revoke expired CRL of the websites. Option D. Use anti-spyware software. Option A. Implement email filtering techniques. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Enable browser alerts for fraudulent websites. Option A. Implement email filtering techniques. Question 12. Which attack is commonly associated with C and C++ programming languages? Option A. Cross-site scripting. Option B. Waterholing. Option C. DDoS. Option D. Buffer overflow. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D. Buffer overflow. Question 13. Which two prevention techniques are used to mitigate SQL injection attacks? Choose 2. Option A. Check integer, float, or Boolean string parameters to ensure accurate values. Option B. Use prepared statements and parameterized queries. Option C. Secure the connection between the web and the app tier. Option D. Write SQL code instead of using object relational mapping libraries. Option A. Block SQL code execution in the web application database login. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Check integer, float, or Boolean string parameters to ensure accurate values. Option B. Use prepared statements and parameterized queries. Question 14. Which two kinds of attacks are prevented by multi-factor authentication? Choose 2. Option A. Phishing. Option B. Brute force. Option C. Man in the middle. Option D. DDoS. Option A. Teardrop. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Phishing. Option B. Brute force. Question 15. What are two rootkit types? Choose 2. Option A. Registry. Option B. Buffer mode. Option C. User mode. Option D. Bootloader. Option A. Virtual. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. User mode. Option D. Bootloader. Question 16. How is DNS tunneling used to exfiltrate data out of a corporate network? Option A. It leverages the DNS server by permitting recursive lookups to spread the attack to other DNS servers. Option B. It encodes the payload with random characters that are broken into short strings and the DNS server rebuilds the exfiltrated data. Option C. It redirects DNS requests to a malicious server used to steal user credentials, which allows further damage and theft on the network. Option D. It corrupts DNS servers by replacing the actual IP address with a rogue address to collect information or start other attacks. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. It encodes the payload with random characters that are broken into short strings and the DNS server rebuilds the exfiltrated data. Question 17. Which type of attack is social engineering? Option A. Trojan. Option B. MITM. Option C. Phishing. Option D. Malware. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. Phishing. Question 18. What are two DDoS attack categories? Choose 2. Option A. Protocol. Option B. Source-based. Option C. Database. Option D. Sequential. Option A. Volume-based. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Protocol. Option E. Volume-based. Question 19. In which type of attack does the attacker insert their machine between two hosts that are communicating with each other? Option A. Man in the middle. Option B. LDAP injection. Option C. Insecure API. Option D. Cross-site scripting. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Man in the middle. Question 20. How does Cisco Advanced Phishing Protection protect users? Option A. It utilizes sensors that send messages securely. Option B. It uses machine learning and real-time behavior analytics. Option C. It validates the sender by using DKIM. Option D. It determines which identities are perceived by the sender. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. It uses machine learning and real-time behavior analytics. Question 21. How does DNS tunneling exfiltrate data? Option A. An attacker registers a domain that a client connects to based on DNS records and sends malware through that connection. Option B. An attacker opens a reverse DNS shell to get into the client's system and install malware on it. Option C. An attacker sends an email to the target with hidden DNS resolvers in it to redirect them to a malicious domain. Option D. An attacker uses a non-standard DNS port to gain access to the organization's DNS servers in order to poison pay resolutions. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. An attacker registers a domain that a client connects to based on DNS records and sends malware through that connection. Question 22. An attacker needs to perform reconnaissance on a target system to help gain access to it. The system has weak passwords, no encryption on the VPN links, and software bugs on the system's applications. Which vulnerability allows the attacker to see the passwords being transmitted in clear text? Option A. Unencrypted links for traffic. Option B. Weak passwords for authentication. Option C. Improper file security. Option D. Software bugs on applications. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. Unencrypted links for traffic. Question 23. A user has a device in the network that is receiving too many connection requests from multiple machines. Which type of attack is the device undergoing? Option A. SYN flood. Option B. Slow loris. Option C. Phishing. Option D. Farming. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. SYN flood. Question 24. Which two preventive measures are used to control cross-site scripting? Choose 2. Option A. Enable client-side scripts on a per-domain basis. Option B. Incorporate contextual output encoding, escaping. Option C. Disable cookie inspection in the HTML inspection engine. Option D. Run untrusted HTML input through an HTML sanitization engine. Option A. Same site cookie attribute should not be used. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. Incorporate contextual output encoding, escaping. Option D. Run untrusted HTML input through an HTML sanitization engine. Question 25. Which threat involves software being used to gain unauthorized access to a computer system? Option A. Ping of death. Option B. HTTP flood. Option C. NTP amplification. Option D. Virus. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, virus. Question 26. Which two capabilities does TAXII support? Choose two. Option A. Exchange. Option B. Pull messaging. Option C. Binding. Option D. Correlation. Option A. Mitigating. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, exchange. Option B, pull messaging. Question 27. Which two conditions are prerequisites for stateful failover for IPsEC? Choose two. Option A. Only the IKE configuration that is set up on the active device must be duplicated on the standby device. The IPsEC configuration is copied automatically. Option B. The active and standby devices can run different versions of the Cisco iOS software but must be the same type of device. Option C. The IPsEC configuration that is set up on the active device must be duplicated on the standby device. Option D. Only the IPsEC configuration that is set up on the active device must be duplicated on the standby device. The IKE configuration is copied automatically. Option A. The active and standby devices must run the same version of the Cisco iOS software and must be the same type of device. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. The IPsEC configuration that is set up on the active device must be duplicated on the standby device. Option A. The active and standby devices must run the same version of the Cisco iOS software and must be the same type of device. Question 28. Which algorithm provides encryption and authentication for data plane communication? Option A. ACE-GCM. Option B. SHA-96. Option C. AES-256. Option D. SHA-384. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, ACE-GCM. Question 29. Which two key and block sizes are valid for ACE? Choose two. Option A. 64-bit block size. 112-bit key length. Option B. 64-bit block size. 168-bit key length. Option C. 128-bit block size. 192-bit key length. Option D. 128-bit block size. 256-bit key length. Option A. 192-bit block size. 256-bit key length. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C. 128-bit block size. 192-bit key length. Option D. 128-bit block size. 256-bit key length. Question 30. Which two descriptions of ACE encryption are true? Choose two. Option A. ACE is less secure than 3-day. Option B. ACE is more secure than 3-day. Option C. ACE can use a 168-bit key for encryption. Option D. ACE can use a 256-bit key for encryption. Option A. ACE encrypts and decrypts a key 3 times in sequence. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B. ACE is more secure than 3-day. Option D. ACE can use a 256-bit key for encryption. Question 31. which is a language format designed to exchange threat intelligence that can be transported over the TAXII protocol. Option A, STIX. Option B, XMPP. Option C, PXGrid. Option D, SMTP. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, STIX. Question 32. Which VPN technology can support a multi-vendor environment and secure traffic between sites? Option A, SSL VPN. Option B, Get VPN. Option C, Flex VPN. Option D, DMVPN. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, Flex VPN. Question 33. Which technology must be used to implement secure VPN connectivity among company branches over a private IP cloud with any-to-any scalable connectivity? Option A, DMVPN. Option B, Flex VPN. Option C, IPsec-DVTI. Option D, Get VPN. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option D, Get VPN. Question 34. What is a commonality between DMVPN and Flex VPN technologies? Option A, Flex VPN and DMVPN use the new key management protocol, IKEv2. Option B, Flex VPN and DMVPN uses its routing protocol to communicate with spokes. Option C, iOS routers run the same NHRP code for DMVPN and Flex VPN. Option D, Flex VPN and DMVPN use the same hashing algorithms. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, iOS routers run the same NHRP code for DMVPN and Flex VPN. Question 35. Which protocol provides the strongest throughput performance when using Cisco AnyConnect VPN? Option A, DTLS v1. Option B, TLS v1. Option C, TLS v1. 1. Option D, TLS v1. 2. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, DTLS v1. Question 36. Which group within Cisco writes and publishes a weekly newsletter to help cybersecurity professionals remain aware of the ongoing and most prevalent threats? Option A, TLOS. Option B, PSIRT. Option C, SCIRT. Option D, DEVNET. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A, TLOS. Question 37. When Cisco and other industry organizations publish and inform users of known security findings and vulnerabilities, which name is used? Option A, Common Vulnerabilities, Exploits and Threats. Option B, Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures. Option C, Common Exploits and Vulnerabilities. Option D, Common Security Exploits. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures. Question 38. Which two features of Cisco DNA Center are used in a software-defined network solution? Choose 2. Option A, Accounting. Option B, Assurance. Option C, Automation. Option D, Authentication. Option A, Encryption. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option B, Assurance. Option C, Automation. Question 39. What provides the ability to program and monitor networks from somewhere other than the DNA CGI? Option A, ASDM. Option B, NetFlow. Option C, API. Option D, Desktop Client. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option C, API. Question 40. What is a function of 3DES in reference to cryptography? Option A, it encrypts traffic. Option B, it creates one-time use passwords. Option C, it hashes files. Option D, it generates private keys. Choose the correct answer. Correct answer is option A. It encrypts traffic.